Hey guys and gals, A here. Welcome to another episode of EDC. So today is the belt pouch reveal. Which belt pouch has worked for me and is so good I might think I'm done looking for belt pouches. Want to know what it is? Come on back because here we go. All right, guys and gals. So I love belt pouches. I like having gear in my pockets, but I like being more lightweight in my pockets and just having a few of the essentials on hand, a knife in a pocket, some Listerine breast strips, a little bit of cash, some coins, but nothing much. That way when I'm, changing pants and at the end of the day, I can empty my pockets. It doesn't take me 5 minutes and I'm not forgetting something and end up getting something washed and dried that should not be washed or dried with my pants. So it makes it a lot easier for me personally to have gear that goes on my belt because, my belt comes off my pants, the belt pouch or, whatever it is on my belt will also come off, and it's a way to contain the gear itself. And if it doesn't change and it doesn't vary much, then I always know when I grab, this belt pouch, I have this gear. And one of my favorite items is a simple, leather, belt pouch that straps onto, you kind of weave the belt through it. And it has 3 compartments and it's like a knife or a multi-tool, a pen, and then like a flashlight. And you can see them, like they all stick out the top. So it's easy. I can grab that, thread my belt through it, and I know I've got, a full-size knife, flashlight, and a pen, right there ready to rock and roll. Similar thing with my Gerber sheath that I love. I can fit my Leatherman Surge in it. I can have a knife in the little front pocket, and then clip to the sides, I can have a small pen and a small flashlight. And so I grab that one item, pop it on my belt, and I know I have those items. So in the same way, I like to have other gear with me as well. I do like to have, the pen, the flashlight, the knife, the multi-tool, but I also like to have, like BC powder or Goodies powder. That's my husband's preference for, pain reliever, Tylenol medicine, or headache medicine. And then I like to have, some of those, either like children's Tylenol or, children's, in addition to children's Tylenol or ibuprofen, children's stomach medicine. That way if something happens with the little one, I'm good to go. I also like to keep like a small boo-boo kit with some alcohol wipes, some Band-Aids, some sort of antibacterial cream, different things like that for boo-boos that happen while we're out and about. I love to keep nail clippers on me. I hate when my nails get long and I catch them, and the little one likes to pull his hangnails, and so I like to be able to clip those when I see them. I don't know, just some like creature comfort things. This time of year, it's winter time, it's a cold, rainy day back here, and I like to keep a hand warmer or two, the ones that you like rip, like you rip open the bag and you take the hand warmer out and shake it, and then it gets hot for like 6 or 8, 10 hours. I like to keep 1 or 2 of those on me. I like to keep wet wipes on me, like the single-use wet wipe packets, because I get messy, the little 2-year-old gets messy, so those come in handy. Like just things that I want on me that I don't want to be jamming in my pockets. And so different pouches work for that, but I've never found something that was just like this is it. Like I can grab this and go and use it and I'm good. It's always been like this works, but, or this is cool, but like there's always something. And that's actually true for the pouch that I'm using that I'm going to show you, and we will kick it off with the one I've had the longest. I have 3 of them sitting here, but it is this little pouch right here. You've probably seen it on Amazon. They're cheap, like $8 to $15 you can find these. You got the pin sleeve, you have the little buckle sleeve right here. Has elastic on the side so this pocket will expand. It is open in the bottom. I have a little not a paper clip, a little safety pin on the bottom. And then you have 2 compartments You have this one right here and a little pocket and then the open area. And then you have a second one behind that with another little pocket and then an open area. And so this I've had for a very long time and I love it. And I would snap it and just slide my belt through, or I would leave this by the door and just slide the snaps behind my belt and snap it. The problem was that was how I did it more often, because I would put this on before I walked out of the door, and then I would have to, you know, attach it with the snaps. This snap works fine. Easily snap it. This snap would never fully get snapped and would keep coming undone. And I did, at one point, I had a small, like thin charger battery bank in the back here, and that gave me a hard surface to push the buttons on, so that kind of worked. And it fit great on the belt, worked great. I could thread the belt loop right through here, so I'd put one on one side of the belt loop, one on the other, so it wouldn't shift on my belt. It held tight. So it worked well, but this was just annoying. And so that got me into my search for the perfect belt pouch. And I actually ended up coming back to this because I found something that would work. So these are MOLLE belt clips. So you get something like this right here. And here's another one that I have, an orange one I got, and this one I got to mod. So I cut off the straps on the back. It had these same straps right here that snapped. I tore those off, was trying different things. I actually, the stitching here, I cut the stitching in the middle there for a different adapter that didn't work. But I found these, and so what you do with these is they slide through this MOLLE attachments on the back here. They slide through and slide up like that. And so what this is meant for, it's actually meant to sit on this bottom rung, and you would slide it up here. And I can't do that because I tore that, or I cut that. But so you slide this into place, and then you have this belt clip part. And so you attach that here. You've got your screws here. And so you attach it, and now you've turned this into a belt clip. And so that's exactly what I did. And they have two different kinds of these. We bought, the husband and I bought a variety. We bought four of these, and then we bought two of ones that are H-shaped. And the H-shape is actually preferable for this style of MOLLE, because what you would do is you would slide the bottom two legs of the H right here. You would slide the top two up, and you slide that bottom one down, and so it would fit in the MOLLE better. But he actually has a pouch where he needed two of these on them, and I only need one for this setup. So I gave him the two H ones because these would not work on his at all. His MOLLE is separated. He has like a row, a space, and a row, and so he couldn't use this. This would not work. So I gave him the H ones, and I used this one, and I just laid it over top of here. We do have some more H ones incoming, and so this will actually, the legs will slide behind. So this is the one that I'm rocking. I didn't cut these off yet. I do plan on doing that, but I didn't cut them off just because I already modded one heavily, and now this needs to like be used as a bag organizer now. It's not any sort of pouch you're attaching anywhere, but it will organize gear and you can toss it in a bag or whatever. But so this is attached here, and it allows me to slip this on and off my belt piece of cake. And so I can leave this by the front door, slide it on my belt, rock and roll, get home, slide it off my belt, drop it back up by the front door, and I'm good to go. So what do I have in here? What am I keeping on me? Well, right here you can see we have the Pilot V5 pen in black, and then I have one of my Milwaukee permanent markers in blue. Inside of this, I have some quick grab items. So I've got my Listerine breath strips sitting right there. I have two wet ones in the back. I have a Olight i5R, which is the rechargeable. And then I have a Leatherman Skeletal. So all of those sit right up here in the front. They are easy to grab. I don't have to open anything except that little buckle, and I can grab those items, and I can actually slide the flashlight out without opening that. Here in the front compartment, This is kind of like the boo-boo kit. So inside of here, I have some lotion for the hands. It's that time of year for me. One of those goodies powders I was talking about. Some mint lip balm. A mini Bic lighter, and all of that sat in the big open area. And then inside of this pocket, I have the little boo-boo kit I like to carry, and I have a pair of nail clippers. And then slid down in the bottom of that, it's actually down at the bottom of the pocket, but I do have the, see if I can grab it. I do have the kids' stomach medicine, the kids' Pepto, and I have, if I can get it out, the kids' chewable acetaminophen, Tylenol. So with those, I have everything I need for us and the little dude to keep us happy and healthy while we are out and about and away from all the wonderful first aid stuff. So that's in the front part. And then the back part, I have not much. I have dum-dums, suckers. Those are what we use to keep the little dude sitting in the shopping cart when we're grocery shopping. He will suck on that sucker and sit in the shopping cart happy as can be. I have the ratcheting bit extender for that Leatherman skeletal. I have a little small bit kit with some of my most used bits. And then the only other item I have in here is one singular hand warmer. I did have two in there, but one has gotten used. And so that is what is in here. Everything kind of tucks away. You can't really even tell. So I have plenty of room to add more if I need it. And this is not crazy heavy, and it does pop on my belt right there. So this is it, guys. Like, the only complaint I have about this is before I would split a belt loop. Like, I'll put one on one side and one on the other with a belt loop in the middle, so this wouldn't slide. This will slide in between two belt loops. It is fairly big, so not a ton of room to slide, because I'm not that big, so not a ton of room to slide. And it is large enough that I can like kind of easily just shift it a little bit. But I think this is my jam. Like, it works. I am probably actually going to switch back to this black one. This one, the pockets in here, at least the front pocket, is mesh. The back is a solid material, the front's mesh. I hate the mesh. Hate the mesh. Stuff gets caught in it. This one has two solid pockets, no mesh going on. So I'm probably gonna switch back to this one. I love the coloration on this, but those mesh pockets are wearing me out. And honestly, when I do switch to this, I'm probably gonna go ahead and remove these because they just add bulk to the back that I don't need. So this is it, guys. I will have links to this below. This is just a Amazon tactical belt pouch. I'll have a link to this below. And I don't remember who makes these. I texted it to my husband and he ordered them for us, and I couldn't find the text. So I will find that out and link that below as well. These are awesome. They will work on any MOLLE weapon you have, and a great way to add a little belt clip. And I even saw in the pictures for these items, they would belt clip this to like a MOLLE bag. So you would have like a MOLLE backpack, and they would attach this to a pouch and then slide the belt clip through the MOLLE on the backpack itself. So an easy way to add something without threading your MOLLE. Obviously threading your MOLLE through is a lot more sturdy and stable, but this is more like, I want it on my bag for now. Okay, now I want it on my person, like an easier grab and go kind of thing. So really like these clips. They are durable. I tried several different options. One option was highly recommended by people, and I even wanted it myself. I'd already ordered it when people started recommending it, and it was why I had torn these, and it just didn't work for me. So these were the best option I found and worked great. I will be ordering more of those for all kinds of purposes. But yeah, so now that I've found the one I like, and I found it very early on, I will be getting out of this pouch and moving into another one so I can still test out all these pouches I had incoming. So again, if there's a pouch, a belt pouch that you want to know about, drop it down below and I will look at getting it and testing it out and let you know my thoughts on it. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video and for going on this belt pouch journey with me. This might not be the end all be all. As I'm going to be testing out more pouches I got, I might find something that works even better. Maybe something that I can actually have 2 belt loops on that would, two of these belt attachments on that would allow me to, once again, put a belt loop in the middle so that it doesn't slide around on my belt. So I'm not saying this is the end all be all, but if I wasn't in a pouch series and found this so early, I would be pumping the brakes on that for a while. But onward and onward, we shall look for what else we can find. And I hope you enjoyed this. And if you are a fan of this pouch, definitely let me know, because these are awesome. I absolutely love them. They come in a ton of colors and flavors, so plenty for everybody. And yeah, thanks so much. I will be back with a new video. Guys, I will never ask you to like or subscribe. You do you, but I would appreciate it if you did both. Definitely comment below. Let's get a conversation going. And remember, EDC, EDC.